Hey guys, it's your girl Lexi Luxury. Today I am teaching you how to get your brows from this to this. We are talking no brows, blonde, ain't got nothing on my face, like maybe bald, to this, all right? Like total transformation. So if you guys want to see how I do my brows and how I accomplish these, then go ahead and keep watching till the end. Bye. Alright, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and grab a spoolie and just brush out my brows. As far as maintenance goes for my brows, I usually, I only take one of those little like brow razors, and I'll just like kind of trim up the bottom. As you can see, my eyebrows are really thin and I just don't feel comfortable putting my brows in the hands of someone else. So I just go ahead and clean them up myself, and that's how I maintain them. But as you'll see, we're gonna make a shape anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Dipbrow in the color Chocolate, and I'm just taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills 7B brush. It has the spoolie on one end and then the brow brush on the other. And excuse my nails, you guys, I am due for a manicure. First, I'm just going to dip my brush in here and get a good amount on the brush, but what I'm going to do is take the brush and wipe the edges so that there's no extra product on the side of the brush and it's only on the tip. So we're going to first create the shape and then we're gonna fill it in. So I'm gonna go right underneath where my brow already is, and under the arch a little bit. And you guys can kind of see my arch doesn't really come down, so make sure you're following the line of your natural brow because that's the way to look best on your face. And I'm gonna go with that. So I'm not going to finish lining the bottom here yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the top with that leftover product that's on the brush. All right, and that is good for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I actually stop in the middle when I'm doing this for my regular makeup, and I will do the other side just to make sure that they kind of match before I get into the next step. Wipe off that product again, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna start with that. And guys, this is definitely beginner friendly because I'm starting without makeup. I don't even have primer on, so you can mess up here like completely. If it looks awful and your outline that you did looks bad, take a makeup wipe, take a deep breath, and start over. That's actually exactly why I do my brows first these days, because I do create an entire shape and it is a little bit risky when I have the rest of my makeup done. If I'm not feeling super confident, if I'm not feeling super confident that day, I'll just go ahead and do my brows first. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that product and just brush off the sides like I did before. And now we're just gonna go ahead and fill it in. And once we fill it in, we'll really be able to tell if the shape is gonna be even on both sides, and we can kind of mess with it that way. And I'm kind of just going along that line again to darken it up with the excess product that we just got on the brush. And then once I feel like the product is kind of gone on the brush, I'm just going to take the product from the bottom line right here that we just made, and I'm gonna kind of brush it up just to blend it out here. And then we're just gonna bring that product forward a little bit, but not too much. We wanna leave less product towards the front of the brow. I bring more product towards the back of it. And I know this looks crazy right now, you guys, but that's okay. Really what we're looking for is the shape, and that part under here I can clean up with a makeup wipe, or I can put some concealer there. We are going to shape them up a little bit with some concealer, but I'll probably just take a makeup wipe and fix that in a second. But now that I have the shape, I'm gonna go ahead and try to recreate the same thing on the other side. Like I said, it's important to make sure that both eyebrows are kind of going through the steps together so you can really tell if they're even or not, since we are making an entire brow shape. Okay, now I think those look decent. I'm just gonna go ahead and reshape them a little bit with some more product. And ladies, it is important to take your time here, especially if you're a beginner or, you know, honestly, I'm not a beginner and I still take my time because you just never know with brows. They're so important. They're one of the first things that I notice on people, and we wanna make sure that they look good. Yeah, good brows, you feel good. That's important. Okay, so those are looking pretty good. And guys, they don't have to be identical. I'm a perfectionist, so I totally get it, wanting to make them look perfect, but at the end of the day, you just gotta settle for like good enough. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm cool with that. And then I'm just gonna buff out that harsh line again. And don't worry guys, we're not stopping here. Like it'll all come together. Cool. Now I'm just gonna grab a makeup wipe and just get this little spot right here. Just a little, not a lot. We're gonna clean it up with some concealer, so I didn't want to clean it up too much to lose that line there, but just enough so that I'm not putting concealer directly on the brow product. I feel like I just wasted this entire makeup wipe. Concealer time. So I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. You can use whatever concealer you want for this. Honestly, it does not matter. Just make sure it's not too light. But this is in Tan Sand. I sometimes will use foundation, but I do end up highlighting under my brow bone anyway, so might as well just do it here. And I'm just gonna wipe off the excess product. Ooh. And then I'm going to take just this little like eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the product off of the brush, or whatever this is, the applicator. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just outline what we did. And then I'm just going to take that product that I put there with this brush and just kind of blend it out. And please blend this out, ladies. The last thing you want is a freaking white line underneath your eyebrow. No. All right, now that I'm looking at them, I want to just put a little bit more product up here. So I'm just gonna take my Dipbrow again. It looks better to me. I don't know about you guys if that made any difference, but like I said, I'm a perfectionist. And now I'm just going to kind of move my brows in a little bit, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to fill in a little bit right there. When you're making your brows, raise your eyebrows. If your brow is too far in, when you raise your eyebrow, half of it will stay down here because it's not on your brow bone, and the rest of it will go up there like that. Like if I had the product all the way into here and I raised my eyebrow, it would look crazy because you can see right here how it's kind of starting to do that. That's where you want to stop. And if you do want to go crazier and kind of like go in a little bit more, then raise your eyebrow and make sure that you're going along with the line, so that at least it looks like it's more of a curve instead of, you know, half your brow being down here and half it being up there. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm not gonna add any product to this brush. All right, awesome. And I'm just gonna go a little bit on the top as well, not too much. And then when we get to this part, we're going to do what we did earlier and just kind of blend that product in, but we're going to use upward strokes. So very light hand, don't use any more product on the brush, just use what's already on your brow and work your way up here. Awesome. And then same thing on the other side, still no extra product on the brush. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Brow Powder Duo in Chocolate by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just going to take a normal, regular, schmegular eyebrow brush, and I'm gonna take the lightest color. And then we're just gonna go ahead and fill in the rest. And this is great because the powder adheres to the Dipbrow that we have underneath. So the Dipbrow already made the texture. It gave you those hair-like strokes, which is awesome. So now all of the powder is going to do is adhere to that and just add another layer over that texture that we already created. So it's gonna make it look real natural. And this time I'm gonna venture into the darker side, just like once or twice, a little bit there. And now we're gonna work our way towards the front. We're going to start from the bottom and just lightly buff up, but we're starting towards the back first, so. And you can see on this brow too, I didn't really buff out that bottom line very well, so we wanna hide that with this powder. You don't want people to look at you and be like, oh, you painted those on, didn't you? We don't want that, honey. We're trying to fool them. We're trying to deceive, okay? So this is what everything looks like when it's finished, including my brows. Let me go ahead and zoom in for you guys. So keep in mind how our brows looked before from where they are now. They went through a complete transformation, you guys. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope I was able to help out my thin eyebrowed shawties like me who are just trying to get that bold eyebrow look. Subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Snapchat to stay up to date with my life. Yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.